regardless of the result, because as we've learned from watching all these sports, preseason means absolutely diddly squat. The Leafs do lose 6-5 in overtime to the Ottawa Senators. And when it comes to preseason, you look for a few things. One, the younger players, the guys that are trying to make an impact, trying to get their name out there. Do they make an impact? The guys on PTOs, guys like Max Pacioretty, how do they look out there trying to make the team? And of course, the biggest one of all, especially for a team in the Toronto Maple Leafs who have playoff aspirations, whether us as fans believe it or not, health is the number one thing. If you go 0-6 in the preseason, but everybody's healthy going into Game 1 at the Bell Center in Montreal, that's a win for me. That is an A+ win. But we're here to talk about 6 preseason games, and I want to thank you guys for coming back for another season of Leafs hockey, even though it is miserable just about every single time, but we're here. And if you haven't done so already, if you could hit that subscribe button and join the family, and we can build a little something here throughout the season. So if you want to, that's great. If not, that's totally fine as well. Let's break it down. First period, the Leafs were really caved in the first. It was pretty ugly stuff. But again, what do I look for? Health. Joseph Woll got the start for the Leafs. He was flying around like crazy at times. Again, that's not his game usually. But overall, he seemed healthy. That's all I care about. They went down 1-0. Just over 6 minutes into the first period. Shots and goal after one period of play were 15-2 in favor of the Sens, and I believe they had 3 power plays in the first, which was kind of wild. We go to the second period, and I have a beautiful pass from Mitch Marner. Matthew Knies finishes one off for his first of the preseason. Chris Tanev gets the other assist on the goal at 7:26 to tie the game at 1. And then this guy Reinhart, who had a hell of a day, he scores at 9:14. Then Adam Gaudette, former Toronto Marley, scores just over 2 minutes after that to make it a 3-1 lead. And I think right after that, you saw Matt Murray come over the board. So Joseph Woll's day was done. 3 goals on 23 shots. But again, who cares about the stats at this point in the preseason? But it was good to see him out there, make 23 stops, play a period and a half. Okay, good stuff. We keep moving. And let's be honest, Leaf fans, after we saw that first period where the Leafs were outshot 15-2 and they were only down 1-0 and Joe made some big saves, we feel okay. We feel all right. And they go in the third period, and hey, they create a comeback. Max Pacioretty tips in a Morgan Rielly point shot. Might have got tipped in by Tavares as well. I don't know what happened there. They both looked kind of confused, and Pacioretty got credit for it. And Rielly, obviously, with the other assists on the goal, making a 3-2 game. Less than a minute after that, Leafs were on the power play. Nice little passing play down low, gets centered. Beautiful between the legs pass from John Tavares to Matthews, who buries it to tie the game at 3. Awesome. 2 minutes after that, Max Pacioretty just crossing the blue line, grips it and rips it, and it goes right through Matt Sogard. And that was 5:28 into the third period. And just like that, the Leafs have the lead. Right? It's now, 4-3 at this point? Yeah, Chris Tanev with the alone assist, and he had a couple assists in the game, so good for him. But less than 30 seconds after that, Sabrango scores to tie the game up. 4 minutes after that, Reinhart scores his second of the game. And just like that, the Sens retake the lead. But with 21 and change left in the game, Nylander is able to bang one home. Great patience by Pacioretty to kind of center the puck to Tavares, which causes all the havoc. Nylander buries it and ties the game at 5. Fans go nuts. Good to see them out there. These are the fans that don't get a chance to go to games because they don't have an arm and a leg to spare on tickets. So good on them for that. Tied the game at 5. You go to overtime, and was it Yakimachuk? He looked pretty good out there for Ottawa. He scores the overtime winner. Jake McCabe kind of steps up on him on D. I'm not really sure why he did that. And then Marner gets beat, and nice little move to beat Matt Murray. And Sens win in overtime, but who cares? All right, like I mentioned, shots and goal in the first period were 15-2 in favor of the Ottawa Senators. And if you saw the clip on Twitter of Craig Berube saying, "Hey, too slow," and what have they talked about in all of these media availabilities? Pace and hard working and effort. And if he's saying too slow, it's like, hey, got to pick up the pace. And they did in the rest of the game, right? They got outshot 12-10 in the second period, but they came out flying in the second period, got back into the hockey game, and and that's fine, right? And obviously went down 3-1 after 2 periods of play, but they were more into it. And then the third period, 24-5 in shots. So they really got it going in the third period. So unfortunately, we're down 3-1 going into the third period, and then obviously coughed up the 4-3 lead. But it is what it is, right? Shots on goal were 2-1 in overtime. Leafs outshot the Sens 37-34 for the game. And faceoffs wise, the Leafs dominated. But again, you'd expect that with the Leafs having their regulars out there. So again, you can't look into it too much. Leafs had 1 power play. They were 1-0. Great job, score app. Lovely. And the Sens were 0-0. Okay, clearly they didn't touch that stat. You got to see a couple fights in the game, right? Ryan Reeves he went after the young fella, and the young fella wanted to go, and it didn't go right. Just kind of pushed him over. Anyways, and then the young fella for the Leafs, where is he here? Grebenkin. I mean, this dude I don't know who he went up against, but he held his own, laid a couple punches, got a few uppercuts at the end, got the fans all fired up. Like, for the young fella, you're making an impact, right? And making yourself known. I love it. Craig Berube, gotta love that. Gets in the penalty box, and all the players come over and, give him props and give him fist bumps and stuff like that. So, it was good stuff from him. Honest to God, guys, didn't see a lot of Easton Cowan. Like, obviously, he was playing a lot. He was playing with Tavares and Max Patre, which I thought was really interesting, right? You get the really, really young guy, a lot of talent in Easton Cowan. You put him between the 2 vets in Pacioretty and John Tavares. How much did he play today? Did they have the minutes played? Yeah, he only played 13 minutes, right? So they're not overdoing it for him. But again, Marner played 21, Riley played 24. Your main guys played the minutes they're supposed to play. And again, you lost 6-5. What did Matt Murray do? Obviously, the stats probably aren't great. He had 3 goals on 11 shots. Obviously not good. However, they're healthy. And that's a plus for me. So, on to the next one for the boys in blue and white. As their next game, I believe it's Tuesday, in Ottawa against the Sens. So you got to see Woll and Matt Murray today. I'm guessing you're probably going to get Stolars and Hildeby. I'm guessing will be in that game in Ottawa. And you're going to see a lot of the other guys. You're going to see Nick Robertson. You're going to see, got a lot of different guys. A lot of Marley's guys will be in that game in Ottawa. The thing is, they like to play all the regulars, or most of the regulars, on home ice, so the home fans can see their guys. That's why you saw it today. So in Ottawa, the Sens are going to play all their guys. Tim Stutzles, Claude Giroux, you're going to see Linus Ullmark probably play in that game. All that stuff will be there. So this is why preseason means nothing. And I will say this, people are going to, I know I'm going to see on social media, whoa, the Leafs had all the regular guys, they still lost to the Belleville Senators. I'll tell you this, I thought about it today. I'm like, well, yeah, these Belleville Senators are trying to prove something. I mean, they're going to work their absolute ass off right at puck drop because they're going to try and make an impact. Travis Green's there. They're going to try and make him turn heads like, oh, okay, that kid looked good. Whereas this Leaf team, they're trying to make things work and figure things out, but are they really going to overdo themselves to try and win a preseason game against? They're not going to. So do I put anything into that? Whatever. I don't know. Right? Craig Berube probably wants them to play hard all the time, and I get that. But it's preseason hockey. I can't dwell on it. The Sens are going to probably watch. The Leafs might win that game on Tuesday because a lot of their guys were fighting for spots and fighting for, to make an impact and to get their name out there, right? Whereas a lot of the Senators guys are not going to be. Or the Leafs lose both, and we're sitting here like, oh no, the season's over. Yeah, well, give it crap. Like, honest to God, just get this over with. October 9th can't come soon enough, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and are just glad hockey is back. Because the way the Jays season has been, I'm very much ready for this hockey season to get going again. Hit the like button, do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not done so already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game? For the Toronto Maple Leafs, Twitter, Discord, Instagram, and of course, TikTok is down below, so follow up there if you haven't done so already. And I will talk to you guys, of course, Jays edition tomorrow. Game 1 of the 3-game set against the Red Sox. We're almost there. 6 left for those guys. Tanner Howe, Chris Bassett, 7:07 first pitch there tomorrow. It was supposed to be bound in France. I guess that changed. And as for the Leafs, they're back in action on Tuesday in Ottawa, 7 p.m. puck drop. Probably going to be Linus Ullmark starting for the Sens, and I'm going to guess Anthony Stolars for the Leafs. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and hockey being back. I'll talk to you guys then.